The album run from Store Run Moments to Nobody. Those some of the 3 best Nas records I think I've heard since Life is Good. What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Fuck This Review, where today it's going to be a treat. I really enjoyed this one. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Nas King Disease 2. First thoughts. To be truthfully honest with you, I wasn't anticipating another Nas and Hit Boy King's Disease album. The first one was good. If you would like to check out my review on that, I'll put the link up here somewhere. But the first one, it was good, but it was nothing that Nas, the bar for Nas is very high. I'll just leave it at that. But once I got the album and digested it and took it in, it's really good. This is a really, really good album. It's more cohesive. It sounds like him and Hit Boy on the first King Disease, but testing the waters, testing each other out to see. We got chemistry, but this one sounds like they were just flat out in the pocket the whole time. There really is no hiccups in the album from the first couple listens that I got from it. Like some of the songs on the first King Disease, and I won't get too much into it because, I already did the review, but some of them sound a little forced. But this one just sounds good. It sounds really, really good. I'm really happy that our legends are still making great music and not trying to keep up or anything. They're staying in their lane and they're making great music. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. I'm going to talk about some of the songs on here, talk about things I like, things I didn't like, and just give my overall take on the album. So let's get into it. Let's take a break for a second. If you made this far, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you like what you see by the end of this video, which you will, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see also, tell a friend to tell a friend. There's no need to be selfish with the channel. Let's get back to the show. The album is only 15 records. I think it's 50 minutes, not that long of an album. It starts with Pressure. Off top, I think that song was just, it was good. I won't say that it's something that oh shit, this is about to be great. But it was a record that I was like, this is a good intro. The beat switches in it and within the song. I never seen Nas really have beat switches in the same song. I know it's a song on Street Disciples. I can't think of it right now, but it's a song on Street Disciples where the beat switches, but it's rare in Nas' discography. And this beat switched 3 times, and I just enjoyed that. It had me okay, this is different, even different from the first King Disease. Then go into Death Row East, in which Nas gives his side of the story on the East Coast West Coast thing, especially just him and his relationship with Tupac, which I thought was dope. The beat itself reminded me of a West Coast beat. It sounded like something Tupac would rap over today if he was alive. And on that note, the album sounds like a West Coast album. The album has that West Coast vibe to it. It's the tempo is just a little bit slow. It's a little bit calm. To me, that's what I got. And Hit Boy's from LA, so I understand that. But to me, I never really heard a Nas. I wouldn't say it'd be far-fetched to say I never heard a Nas album sound like this, but it's so chill. It's so grown. You know what I mean? And it fits so perfectly for him. But Death Row East, I thought was a cool song. Just to get these stories from our legends that we just speculate about. So it was cool to get his side of the story. 40 side is dope. EPMD 2, it's a cool record. Nas went off on there. It's good that he had EPMD on there. Eminem verse is Eminem. You know what Eminem does. But to be truthfully honest with you guys, the album for me starts at 5. When it gets to Rare, that should, I could take the album from Rare. Yeah, I could just take those starting from that point. That could be an intro for me. When we get to that, and it's a beat switch in that record as well, you could tell they were just having fun. And Nas is in his pocket as far as he still sounds good. He just sounds like a GOAT. You know what I mean? That's the only way I could describe that. He sounds like a GOAT in his performance and the stories he's telling. And YKTV, I thought was dope because it still had that newer New York feel to it. He had A Boogie with the hoodie on there, and shockingly, that verse surprised me. I think he really did a great job with that verse on there. I love YG, so he didn't surprise me, but it sounds like YG was like, oh shit, I'm on a song with Nas, I gotta bring my A game. And because I thought the song could have been over after A Boogie, but YG verse was cool too. I thought it was cool that Nas is just working with the young artists. And I think he even mentioned something on here that he was reluctant to do features and things of that nature coming up in his career. Now he's at a space where he feels like he could do it. And I think it's cool. Now we just need to start hearing him on other people's records more and showing up on these records. But it's a song on here where he has a Lil Baby sample on here. And I was thinking, damn, if Lil Baby comes out on this record, that'd be so dope. Even though I knew the track listing, but I was thinking in my head, like, if Lil Baby had a song with Nas, that'd be so fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, just those two generations combined. But it did have his ad-libs on it, and it did sound, Nas sounded great on one of those kind of beats, which just got my gears turning about collabs that Nas should do. Store Run, that's just so. Store Run is so fucking dope. It might be one of my favorites on here. The album run from Store Run Moments to Nobody. Those some of the 3 best Nas records I think I've heard since Life is Good. And I know that's could be crazy to say, but to me as a Nas fan, this is the shit I want to hear him on. This is that hip hop shit, that soul sample. Like what's the beat on? I think it's Moments. Like Moments. Soon as that sample comes in, it's like, oh my gosh, and it gives me that. It's a I know we hate this album as Nas fans, but on Nasir, the last record on there, it has this vibe. Like I forgot what the record's called on Nasir. Track 7 on Nasir. It has the vibe of Moments, but Moments is done. It obviously Nasir was rushed. But this song makes it like this is what we wanted out of the Nas and Kanye album. This is the sound that we wanted. This is the type of him reflecting on moments or having your first kid. It's a girl. Like just that fun Nas that, I don't know. It puts me in like the hood. Like it's just a cool Saturday, summer day. When I'm listening to songs like this, like Moments, it just immediately became one of my favorites. And I also think these songs had to been done quickly because he kind of gives hint to a Biz Markie kind of thing, and I'm not sure if that was done before or after the passing of Biz Markie. He mentions listening to a Biz Markie song for the first time. Nobody Beats the Biz. That's one of the things that stood out to me, and just him reflecting, and it's just dope. It's just a dope. This is the type of music that we want to hear Nas on. This is the Nas fan in me. This is the Nas I want to hear. Nobody, Lauryn Hill. First of all, Nas killed that record, right? And I knew Lauryn Hill was gonna be on it, but I didn't know she was gonna rap. She rapped. I haven't heard Lauryn Hill rap since Miseducation. But bro, that verse that Lauryn Hill put on here was just so great. And just to see those 2 legends, sword still sharp. And it was great because, we don't get to hear from artists like Lauryn Hill as often. So when they speak, they got to speak about a lot of stuff that's been building up. And you could tell the shit that we've been saying about Lauryn Hill on social media, she was hearing that shit. Great record. And that got to be dope for Hit Boy to have a Nas and Lauryn Hill record on his belt. What? Coming off the Grammy, man, I'll be on cloud now. No Phony Love with Charlie Wilson. It's the first song that I was like, I like Car 85 on The Last King Disease. This one was kind of, the song wasn't bad. It was just like, it did nothing for me. Brunch on Sundays, I just thought was dope. He shouts out DC on there, the birthplace of brunches, don't you forget. That's just a cool record, man, and it's grown rap. Like, it's not like this. He's not forcing anything. He's talking about his life. I'm at brunch on Sunday. Sunday is my favorite day. My man brought his son through. Table full of plates. You know what I mean? That's the shit I want to hear from my legends, man. Just grow. I just want to hear how your life is now and just make it sound cool. That's all you got to do. Count me in. That beat, I want to know. They got to do an interview together. I have to know how this music was created, because Count Me In, vibe on that is just so, it's another beat that I think is like, has that West Coast vibe to it. Like, I can hear Kendrick on that. I can hear Dom Kennedy on that. Nas sounds great, bro. I would just love to hear what was in, like, what were they on? Because Count Me In just sounds dope. And he's just so in pocket with his flow now. Like, am I the only one noticing how good Nas sounds? Composure with Hit Boy is a cool record. Hit Boys did remind me of Nipsey on that record a little bit. My Bible, if you've seen any of my Nas reviews, I'm always bigging up his storytelling ability. And, you know, my Bible, where he basically giving lessons, like 3 chapters, I think, one to man, one to child, and one to woman. I thought it was just dope, because Nas is still great for things like that. You know what I mean? Like he said, I know you guys are going to know, so correct me in the comments, but he has a line like, now everybody woke, back when I was preaching that, what the fuck? Back when I was preaching like that gift, that shit, you thought it was like I was kicking knowledge or some shit like that. I'm butchering it, but he has a line on there like that. And when he said it, I just chuckled, because I was like, he's right. And Nas is good. That soulful shit with those drums. Nas is good. It's such a dope outro because not only does he be like, "Hit Boy, we did it," like King Disease 2, it was like you could tell that was the victory lap song in a way. And he just sounded good. And I had to reiterate again, this is the vibe that I want to hear Nas on. This is what Nasir was supposed to be. You bastards. Or maybe Nasir had to be bad so we can get these albums. Like, it lit a fire under Nas. Let me get into my best songs. I'm going to go with Store, Rare, and Moments. Best songs on here. Best 3 Nas songs in the past 10 years. Say whatever you want. Worst song, I'm gonna go with No Phony Love. Best line, it's not about what he's saying in it. It was the flow that he caught. No kidding, it's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth cause I live it, not like these musical niggas. We did it big and they biggest, they rather shoot than write tickets. That line right there is just, yeah, my favorite. As far as review, I'm gonna give King Disease 2 4 out of 5. Let's wrap this shit up.
That's how I feel.
In closing, when it comes to King's Disease 2 by Nas, great fucking body of work, man. Like I said in the beginning, I was taken back. I wasn't anticipating this. I didn't necessarily need another Nas album. I feel like I just got King's Disease. But this record, Nas is in the zone. Him and Hit Boy are in the zone. He sounds good. He sounds polished. He sounds comfortable. He sounds like he knows the type of music and production he wants to go on. He knows what he wants us to hear, and it's connecting. And I just appreciate that as a Nas fan, that I can look at one of my GOATs and legends and see that they're not fucking reaching for something that's not attainable, like trying to fit in with the crowd of now and trying to be young, because that's the worst thing you could do as an old head, is try to look young and try to be young. When you live your life like how you supposed to live it, we respect you a little bit more, and that's what I get from this album. And honestly, I want to hear 3. Let's close it up right. Give me the 3. I know y'all got some more shit over there. If y'all still cooking, give me a 3. Only if it's good as this, though. Let me know in the comments, what's your top 3 records on here, and where does King Disease, between the two, which one is better? As always, though, fuck this review. I'm Tatum. Peace.